Well, good morning. Welcome to Thoughts Can Change Your Life with me, Reverend Lee Wallach. We're here each and every day. Why? Because it's just another now. Every day is a moment. It's a moment in which we get to experience our life. And isn't it great that we have the ability to do that? Here's something I want to talk about. This idea of acceptance. Acceptance, whether we realize it or not, equals freedom. Did you get that? Acceptance equals freedom. Because when we're aware, when we're living from a sense of awareness, we accept what is. And when we accept what is, we can move forward. But if we haven't accepted what is, then we've got an internal battle going on. And with that internal battle going on, we stay stuck in the moment because we haven't accepted what is. You see, one of the things in Science of Mind, we teach, don't be against something. Because what you're saying you're against, you're putting out an energy and you're attracting more of what you're against. But rather than say what you're against, what are you for? What are you moving toward? Don't be against war, be for peace. Don't be against disease, be for health. Don't be against negative relationships, be for nurturing and loving relationships. Do you see where I'm going with all of this? There's a real difference in energy if you start to say that. If you're for peace, that's a real different energy than being against war. And so that's the ability to accept what is, because what does it mean when we accept what is? When we accept what is, we take away judgment because we've accepted it. Well, you're going to go, Lee, well, how can I accept this, that, or the other? Well, the fact of the matter is, whatever you're going to accept has already happened to you. There's nothing you can do to change it. Absolutely nothing you can do to change it. So if there's nothing you could do to change it, then just accept it happened. To deny it happened, man, to deny it happened really sets that ego mind on a direction, on a path. Not a really good one, that I would say. So I look at all the positive things in my life. I look at all the negative things that I've had experiences of, and I accept them. Do you get that if you could be fully accepting, there would never be a need to forgive? Because isn't that what forgiveness is? Accepting what happened and moving forward. It's not forgiving the other person. It's not giving them a get out of jail card. No. It's accepting that this thing happened and that other person was a part of it. So I accept that it happened. Now I got a clearer understanding of the contrast that I received by that. And based on that contrast, what is it I want to bring into my life now? And that's where I put my energy. I put my energy on what do I want to bring into my life now? And when you do that, you become a conscious creator instead of an unconscious creator and a victim that allows things to happen to them simply because they're just not aware. It's not that people choose to be victims, that people don't choose to be victims. They're just not aware that they have a consciousness that is putting themselves below other people. And when you put yourself below, when you subordinate yourself to others, you put yourself in a victim consciousness. There's no one better than you. There's no one worse than you. We're all just unique. But that's a hard thing for us to grasp because we've been taught all our life this idea of competition. So we've got to make ourselves better than everyone else in any way that we possibly can. And when you really think about it, making yourself better than anyone else, really? Is that what it's all about? I was doing my talk for next Sunday. My talk next Sunday is going to be a really good one. It's going to be on self-worth. I think that's an issue that people are really struggling with right now. And so I want to explore it and really give you some insight as to what it means to build a life, a perspective about yourself in which you're worthy. And what are you worthy of? Anything that you can imagine. But you got to be able to imagine it before you can begin to create it. And unfortunately, most people have given up on imagination. They've settled with where they are. See, they've accepted what is, but what they haven't done is they haven't, after accepting it, moved forward. See, there's a two-part process here. Accept where your life is. Now, where do you want to go? And you move forward in the direction of what you want. And then when that happens, accept what is and move forward again. See, acceptance is a part of life that we've never been taught. Why haven't we taught that? Crazy society, isn't it? Shouldn't we be accepting, telling people that? Brandy says, I really need to hear this one this morning. Good. Means we're in vibrational harmony, Brandy. Probably everyone out there that's watching is in vibrational harmony, because why would you be watching this if you weren't? So today I was going to do a hike by myself. But guess what? We're going to have some big storms when it's time for me to do that. So you know what? I just accepted that that's the case, and now I'm going to do something different. Pretty interesting, isn't it? Accept what is. Don't fret. Don't moan. Don't gripe. Don't complain. Let me just say this. Acceptance of what is stops you from complaining. Accepting what is stops you from gossiping. Do you realize that complaining and gossiping make up about 85 to 90% of all human conversation? So if we just accept what is, we'll either have more meaningful conversations or there'll be less talk. And either one is good, because conversation about gossip, conversation about complaining, those are prayers. Why would you pray for that? Why would you give that energy? Accepting what is really says to the universe, I understand that I created that experience consciously or unconsciously. And now I'm going to choose to accept it, because you have no other choice. When my mother died, I had to accept my mother died. I had no other choice. But if I fight against accepting it, I create greater pain for me for a long, long time. Acceptance is a key word. We just aren't taught it. People don't teach it, preach about it as, who is it said this morning that I was preaching? I love it. I do preach. My wife tells me that sometimes you're just a preacher, Lee. Okay, thanks, Jean. When you're aware, you accept what is and move on. When we fight against anything, we attract more of what we're fighting against to us. So the whole idea is today, decide what you're for, not against. What are you for? And put all of your energy, your thoughts, your words, your actions, and your feelings toward that thing that you are for. First off, accept yourself. Until you do, you'll never know love. Love is total acceptance. With that, make this your best day ever, because only you can. Until tomorrow, aloha.